There once was a wise old woman who lived in a quiet valley, nestled between two gentle hills. Her cottage was small, woven from wood and clay, but her heart was vast. She owned no land, had no family to call her own, and her pockets were always empty, but she possessed a treasure far greater: contentment. Every morning, she would greet the sun with a quiet nod. She tended to her small patch of herbs, brewed tea from their leaves, and spent her days watching the clouds drift by, a serene smile gracing her lips. The people from the nearby town often sought her out. When their hearts were heavy with worry, they would sit with her. She offered them nothing but her presence and a warm cup of tea, yet they always left feeling lighter. Even with so little, her joy was a wellspring that never ran dry. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of purple and gold, a figure emerged from the mist. He was a traveler, his clothes dusty from a long journey, but his eyes held an ancient spark. He knocked on her humble door. The old woman welcomed him without question. "I've heard tales of you," the traveler said, his voice a low hum. "They say you found happiness where others only find want, so I have come to offer you a choice." "A choice?" she asked, her voice as soft as the rustling leaves. "Indeed," he replied. "I will show you 3 doors. Behind one lies your heart's deepest desire, behind the other 2 only emptiness. But you must choose." The old woman simply smiled. "My heart desires nothing more than what it has," she said, but the traveler was persistent. "Just look," he urged. "What harm can there be in looking?" He led her to a clearing where the moonlight pooled on the ground. 3 doors stood there, shimmering in the pale light. One was carved from shimmering pearl, another was forged from polished silver, and the third was a simple, rusted iron door, covered in moss and age. "Choose," the traveler commanded. The old woman looked at the opulence of the pearl and silver doors, then her gaze settled on the rusted one. Without a moment's hesitation, she walked towards it. The traveler looked surprised. "Why that one? The others promised so much more." The woman ran her hand over the rough, cold metal. "Because," she said softly, "the most precious gifts in my life have always been hidden in the simplest of forms. True beauty does not need to announce itself." With a gentle push, she opened the old, rusty door. Inside, there was nothing. Just the quiet night air and the chirping of crickets. It was completely empty. The traveler watched her, expecting to see a flicker of disappointment, a shadow of regret. But the old woman's smile did not falter. She turned to him, her eyes as clear as a summer sky. "I see," she said calmly, "that I have lost nothing. For I came here with a smile, and I shall leave with one still." She had nothing to begin with, so the emptiness behind the door took nothing from her. Her peace was untouched, her contentment unshaken. The traveler's expression softened into one of deep respect. "You are wiser than I thought," he admitted. Behind the pearl door was eternal youth. Behind the silver one, riches beyond imagination. Any other person would have been shattered by this loss. The old woman shook her head gently. "Youth is a fleeting season, and wealth is a heavy burden. They cannot buy the peace I feel when the sun warms my face, nor the joy I find in a simple cup of tea. I made my choice, and I stand by it. My peace is my treasure." The traveler bowed his head, humbled. The old woman returned to her small cottage, her heart as full and serene as ever, leaving the 3 doors to dissolve back into the moonlight. The story of the old woman and the 3 doors became a quiet legend in the valley. It served as a gentle reminder that true happiness is not found behind a door of pearl or silver. It does not wait in a future filled with wealth or a past relived with youth. It is found in the here and now. It is the quiet contentment of a heart that is grateful for what it has. The unwavering peace that comes from within, and the simple, profound joy of knowing that even when you have nothing, a smile is still yours to give. True happiness, the story teaches, blooms from a seed of gratitude, watered by simplicity.